The Morris worm was the first ever computer worm, and for a little context, a computer worm just downloads itself onto the computer and sends out packets of information to try and download itself onto all the computers that the afflicted computer knows about. Starts with one, ends with thousands, and it's supposed to just kind of end there. After it infects a network, there's not much else that it can do. So, Computer Worm, however, um, didn't want it to crash out of computers, so the Morris worm just checked to see if they already had the Morris worm installed and went on their way. Because if you just spam a computer with different copies of the Morris worm, then you just get this exponential growth that eventually stops the computer from being able to work. And Morris didn't want to crash out computers, but he also wanted to see how far he could take this and see how many computers he could infect. But some people started to learn about this worm and they didn't want to get infected because they didn't know what exactly was going on. And so what was devised was some computers decided that they'd stop an infection by just saying, "Oh yeah, we've already got the Morris worm infected." So what he eventually did is just gave a 1 in 7 chance of just infecting it anyways, even if it has it. Now, the Morse worm is tiny. Can't crash a computer on its own. But that 1 in 7 chance, as long as there's more than 7 computers, is still exponential growth. So say we start with 14 total. Start with 14 times 1 in 7 chance. And that's 2. But that's 2 infections per computer that has the worm. So 14 becomes 28, becomes 56, becomes 112, and it's still exponential growth, which was not what he wanted to do. So after infecting so many computers, it eventually just spiraled out of control, and computers just ended up crashing off of these worms.